Sometimes when you're building a tank this big, you just need to do a bunch of experiments. So today, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to try and put an engine in here, and I'm going to try and make it float on the sea as well. So that means we're going to make sure that power goes to both the tracks on both sides, and also a propeller somewhere on the back. So let's jam an engine in here and see if this thing will actually float, and whether the engine will power the entire thing. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so, I could go with the same sort of shape that this has, but actually what I want to do is just have it go up from there. Go from here all the way across there, join it together back here, and essentially just zoom this across here, zoom it across there, and there we go, back end filled in. I think right now that actually means this thing is fully sealed, which is good. That's really good. Alright, so as far as engines go, I think we should go with 3x3 engines. Actually, I think actually bigger engines might be kind of fun. So, let's go with one of those, and we'll have two 4-cylinder engines. Yeah, that makes sense to me, I feel. So, we'll check that one there. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, why not? We're then going to go ahead and obviously put a 5-cylinder thingamabobby on the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two 4-cylinder engines. Sure. I've decided to move them closer together so that we can actually just join them. I feel like that's kind of strange, and I've never actually done this before. However, it makes the two engines essentially into one. I don't need to do this all the way down, I just thought it might look nice. So yeah, essentially now we've just got one 8-cylinder engine. Alright, starters, here we go. Starters all the way across the front, and honestly, I'm just gonna do it like one there, and one there, and that's it. We're not gonna put another one in the center, because that doesn't make sense. Okay, good, we've done it. I'm gonna go from here, and I'm just gonna attach these guys together like that. That's okay. And I'm sure we can leave it just there. Alright, so, we got all of the starters on here. Each engine has 5. Hopefully that's enough. You know, I was thinking a crankshaft, no, sorry, not a crankshaft, what am I saying? A flywheel makes a lot of sense here, but we're not going to use one, because I can't really fit it on properly. What I might be able to do, actually, is turn this into that, so it goes from a 5x5 into a 3x3. Then I can chuck a 3x3 flywheel on, and honestly, I think that works. Sure. I don't know if there's a right and a wrong way around with these, though. Alright, from there, we're going to go ahead and put a 3x3 clutch, and honestly, that should be it. So I'm going to delete this for now, shove that onto there, and actually, this wall can be moved slightly, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to move the wall out to the side a little bit, and that should give us room for pipes and stuff like that. Okay, you know what? We'll actually just do this. There we go. It's not what I wanted, but it's what we've got. Alright, so exhaust is going to go right here. Air is going to go on this piece. Fuel is going to have to go somewhere. So I'm actually thinking we put the fuel on the front end here. There we go. Have that go down. And maybe the fuel tank can actually be underneath here. I feel like that makes sense, actually, yeah. So let's go ahead and build that across here like that. There we go. Since there's going to be fuel in here, I'm going to delete each of these. Just chuck that in there like that. There we go. Going to delete all of this. Chuck that from there. All the way down to here, I guess. Going to delete all of this piece. All the way down. Attach all of this to here. There we go. And go from there over to there. Alright, so this will be our fuel tank. So we've got air going upwards, exhaust going upwards, fuel going down and into here. We then need coolant. And then we're good. Alright, so coolant is going to go right here. We are going to add pipes onto this, obviously. So let's go ahead and shove a pipe there, a pipe there. We're going to put some pumps onto, well, actually just one side of this. Doesn't really matter which side. And then we'll pipe it through the roof. Aha. There we go. So it should come up here. Yeah, alright, nice. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a fake floor for now. So I'm going to do this. Alright, it's a fake floor. We will be changing this very soon, so don't worry. And we're going to put a pipe on here that is going to be in this color. There we go, in green. If I chuck that there and there, we can seal this piece off like that. And then we can start with heat thingamabobbies. Yeah, these guys. So what I want to do is have one there, one here, and one here. And that's it. So I need to attach the pipes directly together with these guys. So that goes straight up into there. Like that. That goes straight up into there. It then goes through this, which means... Hang on, let me delete this guy. There we go. Which means at this point, we need it to go together as well. Pipes. Here we go. Angle that into there. Angle that into there. We're then going to go with a pipe from here to the center. There we go. All right, very good. Pipe this bit as well. Sorry, my phone just did a buzz. And, yeah, we're going to send it down into this one. We're then going to pipe from this one into this one. There we go. That then sends it back down into the engine, and hopefully it'll be cooled because of all the 4 coolers. Hopefully that works. Okay, so at this end, we're going to go ahead and pump it that way. We're going to go ahead and put a pipe right here as well, and we're actually just going to pipe it all together. So that goes to there. I did say this was going to be a fake floor to begin with, but actually, now that I've got it, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. All right, cool. So from there, we're going to go ahead and bash this up. Kind of like this. I'm going to whack this from there into here. Going to delete this guy and chuck that right there like that. And this here and here, as well as that there. And then I think, if I just chuck, let's say this guy across here like this. I mean, it looks weird, but maybe it's fine. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I need to do more with this area. We'll figure this bit out. But for now, that's okay. Okay, so now that we've done that, I actually think it'd be kind of cool and maybe a little bit interesting to have some sort of, I don't know, like pipe go from here backwards. So let me go ahead and do this down to there. We're going to go ahead and shove this on here down to there. And essentially it's just going to be a round pipe. Sort of. And what that's going to be for is the exhaust. So this is going to be an actual exhaust pipe sort of thing. Bit weird, I feel, but it's fine. So let's chuck that on there like that. There we go. We'll have it attached to the floor in certain places, I guess. So there and there. We'll attach it like this. There we go. And I'm just going to do that. There we go. And I guess we're just going to round it off here as well. And round it off here. And I don't know whether it should point upwards or not. I actually don't know. Alright, so I've gone ahead and connected it up to the pipe. Now, inside the pipe, we just have to send it backwards. And then we are good to go. So zoom it from here down to here. That's very good. And I then need to do air as well. So actually, that's going to go upwards. And I'm going to try and sort the air out too. So angle it backwards. Angle that bit upwards. And just zoom it up, I guess. Yeah, the air supply is going to be here. So let's go straight. Boop, there we go. I am going to delete a few of these. I'm going to delete this one as well. And I'm actually going to replace those pieces with these pieces. Because I can. So yeah, shove that on there. Shove that one on there. That's okay. Air supply can just be right there. I'm going to put a fluid port directly on the top. And honestly, that'll be fine. Sure. Okay, now we need to do the fuel, and the fuel is going to run through the floor, then go up into there. Main reason for that is it's just going to be easier than having it on the floor, so we can still walk around and stuff. So let's just go ahead and chuck this here. There we go. Chuck that one there. And then we should be able to chuck one here as well, allowing this to go straight into here, and a straight piece on there as well, from here to there. And that's all good. We then end up inside of the fuel tank, where we can put a fluid port, and that'll allow us to actually get fuel to the engines. Realistically, I don't actually think I need to supply it to both banks. However, I am going to do that anyway. So realistically, I could just have all of the air, exhaust, coolant, and all of it on this side, as long as I attach the thingies together with these. The cylinders. So yeah, but anyway, we've got redundancy, so if one side gets hit or damaged or whatever, the other side can run it instead. I think that's kind of cool. I think I'll only need one microcontroller for this as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and chuck that in there. Fuel throttle is going to go to both sides, so there and there. Air throttle is going to go again to both sides. What else are we going to need? RPS just has to go to one side, because it should be the same on both. Starter is going to go to starters on both sides as well. And yeah, we only need one microcontroller for all of this. There we go. Alright, throttle input and key. That needs to go up here at the front with the driver. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a throttle lever. We're going to shove that in there like this. We only need one of those. There we go. And let's get ourselves an actual key as well. And we'll shove that right there. So we can start the engine from here. I think it would be kind of nice to start the engine from back at the engine. Because this thing is actually so big. But we won't do that just yet. I also haven't connected the clutch to the actual sprockets yet either. So that's something that needs to happen too. And with that being said, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think we can go in through here. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and add a bunch of pipes to allow that to actually happen now then. So this goes from here to there. We then angle it outwards from there. And we can send it from here back to this point, where we attach it directly into here. Alright, there we go. So this sprocket is almost connected. And then this one, we're going to do a very similar way. So it's already going to here. So if I connect this guy to this guy, we get ourselves a T-piece, and we chuck that on there. That's all good. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Chuck that up to there. And then we can connect that to the clutches, and hopefully that's good. It feels weird having two clutches, though. Maybe we can attach them together. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Let's go and attach those guys together. We might as well mirror... Oh, wait, was I not mirroring that? Oh, I wasn't mirroring that whole thing. Yikes. Why wasn't I mirroring? What did I do? Oh, that up there. Okay, right. Well, what I can do is I can just copy and paste this, can't I? So grab these out to there. Copy it. There we go. Send it to the other side. Press U. Paste it in. Merge this together. There we go. So now we're sorted again. We're back in the same situation. Alright, good. We're then going to go ahead and pipe this out to the side. I can pipe it up. Just like this, I guess. And we can attach these guys together. Yeah. Attach that onto there. Attach that onto there. Zoom that across. Delete all of these. And do this. There we go. Alright, so technically now, they are connected. We should probably add some gearboxes into this. So I am going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so on this side, we're going to go ahead and put a clutch right here. There we go. Shove that in there. And on that side, we're going to have a clutch as well. I have this microcontroller from the workshop. It's called Tank Track Controller Mark II. And I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the left track, obviously. This to the right track. I believe it goes to the clutches. I could be wrong. That is for the turret. That is for the turret. And that right there is for the gun. So we don't need those. These are for the reverse gears. That's all right. And we are good to go. So, I think right now we should be able to actually run this thing. Oh, we also need the key to activate each of these and the pumps. There we go. So, key activates all of those guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that guy right there. Okay, so, in this situation then, we should be good to go. Okay, the key is on. Has started the engine. Very nice. If I do this, that throttles the engine up. And if I press W, not currently working. We need it to be able to move. Alright, so the reason it wasn't moving is because we don't actually have any power to these clutches down here, which means it would never have worked anyway, which is fine. We're going to connect that to there. That's okay. And we're in a good situation here. The other thing that I could have done is not have these engine bits attached together, and had this clutch actually just control that side, which means I didn't need that one. And have this clutch control this side, which means I didn't need this one. Yeah, this clutch right here. Hopefully this works. Alright, here we go. So it is moving. It does move forwards. We can turn it sideways. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It can turn on the spot. It's a little bit drifty, I'm not gonna lie. And it does want to stall out. Okay, so we'll change the gear ratios. But we can get this to work. I'm not gonna lie, this engine doesn't sound healthy. It does not sound healthy, but the thing is motoring along. Oh my goodness. Something this big should not be able to travel this fast. Oh, it's having issues. It is having its own little issues here, but it is working. It's just struggling a little bit. Alright, well, that's fine. That's okay, yeah. Look at us go. Very nice. Okay, so we're in a situation now where the thing actually moves. We now have an actual tank engine, and that's great. We still don't have a turret, obviously. We still need a turret. And I still want to add a little bit of detail to the tank itself. So, how about I do that really quickly? Yeah, because I want to do something down here. This bit doesn't seem quite right. So, if we go to heat, I kind of want to put something like this down here, sort of. Maybe not quite that one, but like something like that. Maybe even just like this. There we go. So, in between each of these, we can have one of these. There we go. It adds a little bit of random detail to it, and I think I'm somewhat happy with adding that detail. We're then going to go to rockets, and I'm going to add some of these as well. So 1, 2, right there. Oh, can't quite do it the same way on both sides, but that's fine. These ones I can, though, but I guess the front is going to be the same, isn't it? Probably. Yeah, so I can put 2 here. Is that right? I don't know if that is right. What's going on back here? Why is that line there? I have no idea. Well, anyway, we're just going to go with it. And I'm sure it's fine. So, let's go ahead and pipe this directly upwards. Like this. This one can go upwards from here. We're going to go upwards from there. And here as well. There we go. This one. And... whoa. This one. There we go. In fact, it's probably easier if I just do this side on all of them first. There we go. And then I can do this side on all of them afterwards. And then I can do the upward thing, which is just one of these. Or one of those. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. It's better. Okay. So this is going to go on all of the tracks all the way along. And I think it'll look really cool. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Nice. All right. The other thing is, I could actually paint these, obviously, this color. And I think that would look nicer. As well as that bit back there. Yeah, so... oh. I didn't want to do all of it, though, is the thing. Ah, maybe. Right, so if I spawn that in now, what does it look like? Pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so what do we have then? We have a 8-cylinder 5x5 engine. We have ourselves double tank tracks, and it moves quite nicely. And I'm really happy with it. Yeah. So, is it... oh, does it float? Also, it likes to do the left ones first. I think a gear ratio might be out a little bit here. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, go in. Does it float? Or is water getting inside? There's currently no water in here. Okay. And it is pretty much floating. Oh, except the back is very heavy. But it is floating. Yeah, it floats. Okay, right, that's good. Alright, so what I want to do from there then is send a pipe from here out there. Alright, I want to do it on both sides so that it actually works. And I'm going to send it back there. Bam. Okay. We're then going to go ahead and chuck this guy on here like this. I'm going to pipe it backwards, just like that. And we're actually just going to put some propellers back here. I might change the way this looks soon. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do something along the lines of that. I might actually, like, box these in a little bit too. So if I delete these guys, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Shove this bit right here. There we go. Bring that down. And send it across there, I guess? There we go. So that's a little bit boxed off. A little bit weird at the same time, but I think that's fine. Yeah. And on the underside, I'm actually going to go ahead and box it off a little bit more. So this bit's going to go here. And I'm going to attach one of these guys onto there like this. Okay. Yeah, that works. Although actually, maybe not. Do I want them spinning all the time? Or should I only have them spinning when I'm in the water? I think spinning all the time would actually be pretty cool. Because at the minute, they are spinning all the time, which is a problem. But if I go ahead and delete this, and I delete this, we can actually go to pipes again, and I can pipe it in a bit differently. So that goes there. We then go ahead and do this upwards. 1, 2, 3. We pipe this into the side of there. Delete that guy. Shove this onto here like that. There we go. And angle this one in. Essentially, these will have tank steering as well, but in the water. Yeah. Alright, I think that's fine. Okay, engine, let's go! Engine has started as soon as I add thrust. Yep, they start spinning. Okay, so we're wasting a bunch of power here, though, aren't we? We are wasting power by having both driven at the same time. But does it work, is the question. It does, in fact, work. Haha, yes! It works in the water. She's a floater, and she's a sailor. Okay, there's something slightly wrong with the microcontroller here, but it is working. Now it's going in reverse. See, I don't know what's going on there. Why are we now in reverse? That's very strange. Alright, there we go. Okay, good. Well, guys, we did it. Alright, well, I guess that's where we're going to leave that then today. Tomorrow, we're going to do something about designing a turret on this thing. And eventually, we're going to try and design the rest of it to look a little bit nicer as well. I really like the design right here. That bit right there looks a little bit boring. The back end looks a little bit boring as well. We'll have to try and sort this out. And obviously, the top looks very boring too. So we'll sort that deck right there, that deck right there, and obviously a turret will be placed there as well. Okay, well, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.